Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Catherine, and today is another episode of What's on My Bookshelf. First up, we have Start by Jon Acuff. Punch fear in the face. So this is just really a fun book. It is kind of business, kind of self-help, but basically talking about switching from average to awesome. Okay, my camera's all out of zoom and now I have to fix it. Okay, I think we're good. So this is, I'd say, an inspirational book that talks about how to get started living your ideal life. Acuff talks about different phases: the learning phase, editing, mastering, harvesting, guiding, and no matter how old you are, it's never too late to just start learning new things and really delving into the kind of life that you want to live. I felt it was funny, lighthearted, and just overall a feel-good book, so highly recommend it. Next up is Save Your Hands, the complete guide to injury prevention and ergonomics for manual therapists. This was actually assigned reading when I took Swedish massage, and I found it really helpful for basically how to prolong the life of my career as a future massage therapist. It talks about things like body mechanics, self-care, important things to keep in mind so that way I'm not beating up my body in the name of trying to work. So very useful, very practical. Great to read if you're in any kind of industry that involves manual work. So physical therapy, massage therapy, yoga, anything kind of like that. This is a really useful book to have. Spirits of the Earth by Bobby Lake Tom. This is a really beautiful book. This is full of Native American wisdom that talks about the meanings and significance of different animals and how to understand nature better. So I really love books about Native American culture and spirituality. There's actually a festival that takes place here, usually annually. It didn't happen last year due to COVID, but I try to go every year, and even though I don't have a normal book budget, I allow myself to buy a book at that festival each year because I just love it. So this is a guide to Native American nature symbols, stories, and ceremonies, and if you're at all interested in learning about that sort of thing, I highly recommend this book because it is just absolutely beautiful. Along a similar genre is The Earth Shall Weep, which is a Native American history by James Wilson. Now, this author, I believe, spent about, I think at least 20 years researching and compiling Native American history. I have only made it partially through this book. As you can see, it's pretty thick because there's a lot of information there, and a lot of the information is pretty heavy because if you know anything about Native American history, it's pretty devastating. And I think this author does a beautiful job of presenting the information and educating the audience. And I feel like I've learned a lot, even with the small portion that I read from this book. And I'm looking forward to reading more because I think it's just so well done, and I've learned so much from this. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.